his own half-sister. And the consequences was that several months later, Absalom, who was a half-brother to Amnon, who was a full brother to Tamar, killed Amnon. And I'm going to tell you something. In life, you can have some wrong friends that'll wind up getting you dead and in hell. Amnon never thought that day that his buddy, Jonadab, his, quote, friend, that the garbage that he was telling him was going to wind him up in hell and dead in just a few months. And if he'd have thought about it, if he'd have had any wisdom, he'd have known this man's not really a friend, or he wouldn't be trying to fix it up so I could rape my own half-sister. Let me say this to you. Those who influence you to sin are not your friends. Those who influence you to drinking, drugs, immorality, pornography, fornication, adultery, those people who are influencing you to go after that, they are not really your friends, and you better wake up and realize that. Those that influence you to do that kind of junk are taking steps on hell. Those that would cause you and influence you to rebel against your parents. Those that would cause you to dishonor them, and those that would lead you away from Christ instead of to Christ are not really your friends. Let me tell you something today. Most of the boys and the women that are in the state penitentiary today are there because of the influence of a wrong friend somewhere. Somebody gave them that first drink. Somebody cowed them down. Somebody intimidated them down. Somebody ponied them down and said, drink with me. Hey, come on, take a Bud Light, take a beer. Somebody give you that first cigarette. Somebody gave you that first dip of Skoal. Somebody gave you that first joint. Somebody gave you that first piece of pornography. Said, look at this. And I'm going to tell you that man or that person is not your friend, because that stuff will take you to hell. I'm saying this, that those who lead you to hell are not your friends. The devil disguises Judas goats, listen to me, as friends. You know what a Judas goat is? A Judas goat in the old days of the goat slaughtering and packing houses, a Judas goat was the goat that trotted up through the alleyway to the gate where the trucks was unloading. And the old Judas, because if they didn't have another goat there, them goats is set back in the truck and you couldn't hardly pull them out of the truck. But the old Judas goat walked up there and bah. And you know what he's telling all those goats in the back of that truck? It's all right. Come on. And old Judas goat, he'd lead, boy, here they'd come off that truck in a big bunch. He'd lead them right down the alley. You know where he's leading them to? And the devil's got Judas goats. And those Judas goats portray themselves as your friend, but they're going to lead you to the slaughter and lead you to hell. I'm saying this, that in Luke chapter 15 and verse 13, the prodigal son, whom they just sung about a while ago, the Bible said, wasted his substance. And let me tell you something. You know what the Bible said? Basically, when the money run out, the friends is gone. Did you know what you can't buy? You can't buy a real friend with money. You can't buy salvation. You can't buy heaven. You can't be good enough. You can't go to church long enough. You can't preach and be an evangelist, a missionary, or a nun. That ain't going to get you to heaven. You need Christ's blood to get you to heaven. Money won't buy you friendship, and you know that. Money won't buy you true friends. Anyone who influences you to be not to be saved is not your friend. They're a wrong friend. The Bible said a companion of fools shall be destroyed. A man told me one time this statement. I've never forgot it. He said, Reggie, you are today or soon will be like the people you're hanging around.